Good morning and welcome back to Tools of the Trade with Jim Flanagan. I'm Jim Flanagan and these are my tools of the trade. This morning I want to focus on our third area, the open house. Now the first two areas, for sale by owners and expireds, focused on lead generating or listing or prospecting for listings. And a lot of us hate to do that. Well, I should say a lot of us just won't do that. And we kind of rationalize it and say, well, I like to work with buyers. Well, if you like to work with buyers, the best way to get buyers in today's market is the open house. So let's talk about the open house, shall we? The first thing, the most important thing to understand is 30% of open house visitors will buy a house in the next 90 days. So it's critical that we understand how to maximize and convert those guests into actual buyers. We also need to understand that according to the National Association of Realtors profile of buyers and sellers, the third most used source to find a listing agent was the open house. So while you're holding an open house trying to convert buyers, sellers are actually auditioning you or giving you, a job interview. So where do we start? Well, the place to start is picking the right house. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're under a lot of pressure from your sellers to market and sell their home, but an open house should not be used to appease or quiet your seller. It should be used A, to sell the house, or B, to provide more buyer prospects for you. So if you're afraid of your seller, you got another problem, but don't hold an open house. Pick the right house. You want one that's priced right, is in a great area, great location, doesn't take a lot of signs to get your prospects there, and looks good from the outside. It has to have curb appeal. The second most important thing to understand is the open house is a process, not an event. Be prepared. Know which house you're going to hold open way in advance, not the Friday before the weekend. Market it properly. Put out postcards. Put it up on all the websites. Do what you need to do to drive as many people and potential prospects to that open house as you can. And last, but certainly not least, is the follow-up. This is where we all fail miserably. Statistics tell us that the average real estate agent follows up with a prospect or lead twice. Twice. So that means they're either sending them an email or making a phone call after the open house or the day after the open house, thanking them for coming to the open house. Some may even go as far as writing a handwritten thank you note. But after that, the most that we do as an industry is we throw them into the listed lead, the drip of death. We put them into the automatic lead generation system and we just spam them with listings until they either die or just ignore us or delete us and we don't know about it. So we need to come up with a system, a specific follow-up system to convert these open house guests into buyers. So what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to share with you my system for a successful open house. So I hope you're here because I'm going to be here. I don't want to talk to nobody, so you better be here.